Alright, welcome to episode 1 of the Atom product tutorial series. So, in this series, I will be showing you basic setup of your products, configuring them, and then some extra configuration you can do if you so choose. Today we are going to start out with our basic breaker panel because that's probably you're going to want for all of your Atom products, or all of the lighting and electrical related ones, because you can control them all with the breakers. So let's get started by inserting it. I will link the model in the description, or you can go to your toolbox and search breaker panel 2.0 and it'll be this one right here. So we're going to go ahead and insert that. Once we have that inserted, you can see here that we have a few things that come with it. We have our breaker panel key, our main panel, a sub panel with a cutout, a trim plate, a unlocked door, a locked door, and then 2 labels. You can configure these however you want. I'll show you basically the most advanced configuration today, and also so you guys know how to set up everything. Also, to help you out greatly in this series, go to File, Beta Features, and then turn on Dragger QLL improvements. This will greatly help you. And I think I just opened something. So I'm gonna turn this way so the lighting is a bit better. To start out, we're gonna need somewhere to put this. So let's get a wall in here. I'll just make a wall easily by just inserting a part and resizing that to be like that, and then make that a little bit thicker, and then we're going to anchor that. Also, for this series, you're going to want your Explorer and your Property tabs open. If you don't have those open already, go to the View tab at the top and click on Explorer and Properties. You don't have to have them configured like this. This is just how I do it. But, so we have the wall. First, you're going to ungroup this. So just hit Control U. I don't know why it's grouped in the first place, but it is. Now you're going to move your breaker panel key right here into your starter pack, if you don't have that in there already, so you can access it when you play the game. If you want only certain people to access it, that's a whole different story that we are not going to be covering here. But, so let's start out with going into our breaker panel model here. And what I'm going to do for this tutorial is I don't need the sub panel, I don't want the normal door, and I don't want that sign, but I'll keep everything else. So let's find a location for our breaker panel on the wall. And we'll just do it right about here. Make sure it's centered. There we go. First thing we're going to do is move our cutout into the wall. So you can either do that by selecting the cutout in the breaker panel, or you can hold Alt and click on it, and then select Move, or press 2 on your keyboard, or Control 2 to pull up your Move tool. And we're going to move that into the wall, like that. And if you have the QOL improvements, you can see it'll move it, or let's show that again, it'll move that perfectly into the wall like that. Now while that's selected, we're going to hold Control to click on our wall. If your wall's in a group, you might need to hit Control Alt, but for now we'll just hit Control. We're going to go to our Models tab here, and we're going to click Union. As you can see, that makes a hole in the wall. And since our breaker panel is right here, we're going to click on Body, and we'll just click on Breaker Panel, and move that into the wall like that. And if you don't want the QL improvements doing stuff like that, hold Alt while moving and it'll disable it temporarily. Next, we're going to move our trim plate over by just selecting that in the model and drag that over like that. Move that over a little bit more. Perfect. Now before we put our door on, let's put the little label on here. So just select the label, move that over to the door, and there we go, it's centered. Now we're going to drag the Explorer into door, and then into door again, so it stays with the door. And before we put our door on, we can configure our breakers, because you can't really do that with the door on, now can you? So it comes with your main breaker, 2 single pole 120 volt breakers, a left and a right, and then 2 double pole 240 volt breakers, left and right. So you can add as many of these as you want, and you can do this by going into breakers, opening that up, and you have them all right here. You can name these whatever you want besides main breaker, leave that. So let's just take our, let's say we want to do another single pole breaker on the left. We're going to find the knockout we want by either going through the Explorer and taking forever to find it, which is just right here, or you can hold Alt and select it, a lot easier, and then just hit backspace to delete it. We're going to go to our single pole breaker right here in the Explorer, hit Control D to duplicate it, and then it's going to move that down, and if we let go and then do that again, you can see it moves perfectly right there. So now we don't want that named label because that makes no sense. So we're going to go into the breaker in the Explorer, go to label, surface GUI, and then text label, and in properties tab we're going to scroll down to text and rename that. We'll just rename that Versalite. And there we go. Extra configuration for the breakers would be in this configuration tab right here, where you can change the amp rating. They're all by default 15, but the Atom systems will, everything that you have on there that is on will add to the amperage, the amp load right here. Of course it's 0 because there's nothing on there, and it will add up. So if it goes over that, if you have like 15,000 things on there, it will trip the breaker. Now we're going to move our door on after you've put all those on by just clicking door lock or door, whatever you have, and drag that over right about there. Yeah, move that over a little bit more. And no, that's good. No, it's not. There we go. Once we have that there, if you want the door to remain unlocked all the time, then just leave it how it is. But if you want it to be locked when the game starts, go into door and go to the locked, and then select the true for that. Or just check the box. Now that's locked, and we can test it out by just going play here. I don't know why this always opens. As you can see, it's locked. We cannot open it. So take out your breaker panel key. Might need to jump if you're as short as me, and you'll hear it'll unlock. That is unlocked. The other position is locked, and then you click on it. It'll open. You can see all your breakers right here. You can click on those to do that. And main breaker will turn all of these off. Not visually, but they will be off. And then you can close that again, lock it up, and there you go. That is basically it. That's all you got to do to set these up. So if you have any questions, make sure to leave those in the comments down below. I'll see if I can help you with it. And thanks for watching.